What's up, guys? Welcome to Manscape. Today, I am with Tarl, the Alex Anderson, and we are going to be reviewing Suicide Squad and just giving you a little taste of how we felt about that movie. This episode is brought to you by Butt Pugs. It's a new company that we're starting. It's pretty self-explanatory, and most of the process and the profits of this go to putting kids through college because that's what's most important to us. Honestly, Suicide Squad was not the best. I'd say they definitely dropped the ball on this one. Most people I've talked to weren't giant fans. The critics gave it, right now it has like a 26%. So we're going to kind of get into that. What did you think, Alex Tarlito?
I gave it better than a 26%, but it's definitely not fresh.
Yeah. Well, first thing, did you like Jared Leto as the Joker? That's kind of, they used him to definitely sell the movie, I think.
Well, I didn't like him because Heath Ledger set such a bar that's so high that I don't think it'll be surpassed anytime soon. That Jared Leto, I feel like he tried too hard, and it was kind of miserable to watch.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't hate him. He was a good, filler, but when Heath Ledger did it, it blew everybody's dick off, and then Bane, Tom Hardy killed Bane, so everybody is really looking forward to the newest villain in the DC movies, and I think Jared Leto did not give us what we were excited for. But Harley Quinn, though, she was pretty fucking dope.
Harley Quinn killed it. Margot Robbie was awesome.
Yeah, she was, not only a babe, but I think the acting was there too, and she did a good job at making you feel like she was a complete psychopath. She's super funny too, so I don't think they overboard her character at all.
My only thing with her is I just can't stand her accent. The way she talks drives me nuts.
What is it, New York?
Kind of like a Bronxish, I don't know. It's just not Ohio, so I don't like it.
Yeah. Well, everybody other than us sucks.
Yeah.
I think that's her actual voice, though. That's how she sounded in Wolf of Wall Street.
No, she didn't sound... She had an accent in that, too, but not as
thick as Harley Quinn.
Yeah.
What I hated about this movie, though, it feels like they were filming it and they just gave up where they were heading. All the villains, they seem like heroes. They do not seem like villains. I think several times throughout the movie they just say how psycho they are and how crazy they are, but they don't really show them being crazy. They feel like superheroes.
Yeah, they never introduced... They did a really small introduction per character, and they didn't actually show them doing much bad deeds at all. It was just they were in prison already, and then a small introduction per character. It was pretty much a letdown as far as introducing the characters and showing what they did before they were caught, whatever.
It kind of just felt like they picked up superheroes that happened to be arrested. That's all it was.
It's superheroes with a bad guy name.
Yeah, that's it. They all seemed like cool people, and you were kind of not buying that they're villains. Throughout the movie, though, they build this love for each other. Diablo at the end, he's talking about how he can't lose another family. Well, they were only together at that point after 20 minutes of fighting, and we're supposed to believe that they're best friends now.
Their total time together and in film
Actual
time was
combat.
probably a few hours. They had met up in prison, and then they were shipped out and were fighting, and now they're family.
Yeah, in real 17 minutes, and we're supposed to believe they're family.
Yeah, if I bumped into somebody on the street, I wouldn't be like, oh, this is my bro now, I'll catch a bullet for him. I would just be like, nah, that bullet's all yours, buddy.
Diablo literally died for them.
Spoiler alert.
No, this is a spoiler. No, this is a spoiler review.
Spoilers alert.
Well, I'm gonna tag that in the review. This is absolutely a spoiler review. So, but I thought that was sweet what he turned into.
Yeah, he turned into this giant Montezuma looking Aztec dude that was on fire.
Which kind of led you to believe did you think he was from their same thing that they had going on? That did he get powers that way too?
I don't think he got powers that way, but because they were considerably older than him, and because the Enchantress and her brother are from really ancient times, and I think Diablo's just got his abilities from being a metahuman, and then he just has he goes Frieza and goes final form, and it's super powerful.
Yeah, I thought he was pretty fucking cool. His whole like how he wrote shit and portrayed like little films with his hands, that was pretty sweet.
I didn't think that was very cool. I thought that was kind of lame.
You thought it was cheesy?
Yeah.
I thought people would think it was cheesy. Well, when he did this, like with his hands, he like waved his hands in the air like a magician and did bye.
Spelled out the word bye. It was kind of dumb.
That was pretty dumb.
Wasn't a big fan of it.
For sure.
The little dancing person that looked like flames.
That was cool.
That was cool, but then when he started spelling things and just had flames suspended in air, I was kind of like, eh.
A little cheesy. I mean, I would do the same thing, though. I think I would walk around making dicks with my hands all day. Fucking throwing them at your face.
Because you like dicks.
No, I appreciate dicks. I'm a fan of dicks. I don't know. I think the Croc, dude, what Chris was talking about, our buddy Chris, he was saying they didn't give any lead up to him being like a gangster thug, and at the end he requested to have BET in his like little cave.
Yeah.
What the fuck was that?
They made him seem kind of thug every once in a while, but not like
very little.
Yeah.
Little hints.
And then Harley Quinn wanted an espresso machine, and she doesn't seem like an espresso kind of girl to me.
I don't think that's in her comic or anything. She just wanted espresso. Well, I guess caffeine goes hand in hand with her fucking psyche, I guess.
I don't know. It was weird.
It was weird, yeah. There were some good things about the movie, though. Like, I don't know, the visuals were pretty sweet. Some of the fight scenes were sweet. And the villains before we got to Enchantress and her brother were cool. Like those soldiers. Those scenes were pretty cool.
Yeah.
Where they were actually fighting like horde zombie-esque creatures.
I think one of my favorite parts of the movie was when they first introduced the Enchantress and how they showed her transformation from regular person who's basically her host, and she turns into the Enchantress, and it was like
the whole hand thing.
She was like had her hand down, and another hand came up from underneath and like took over her hand, and it was like super cool.
That was
like she
sweet.
was holding hands with her.
Yeah, that was cool. I did not like that the badass lady, the black lady, the leader of the squad.
She was really bad.
So Chris Stuckman, that guy I watch on YouTube, he loved her character, but
I wasn't a big fan of her. I thought she was boring. And
she was boring, and at the beginning they made her seem like a normal person, like she's just trying to put together a task squad. And then by the end, they're like, you know what, fucking scrap that. We're gonna make her a badass now. Yeah. And she like starts killing her whole team and everything. What the fuck?
Yeah, she had like a huge change in character like midway through the movie.
I think a lot of the things in this movie they just kept scrapping in the middle. It was very jumbled, and I hated the very ending, like the whole graphics of it, where all the shit was floating in the sky and everything. It reminded me of like a Scooby-Doo movie.
Yeah, I can see that.
Fucking just one big final hurrah at the end. It was pretty lame. And her brother, he looked stupid too.
Yeah, and he never like went back to like human form or anything. It wasn't discreet whatsoever. He was just constantly like this giant statue that was on fire and would walk around and just had an endless supply of shit to shoot out of his hands and blow things up.
Hand things, yeah. It was fucking bullshit. Well, the CGI they used for him was like Ghost Rider.
Yeah.
He did not look cool at all.
No, he didn't look cool.
I don't know. All in all, I think that they kind of wasted an opportunity with this. Was this better than Batman vs Superman?
I don't think so. I don't think either of them was all that great. I did like the introduction of the Flash in this movie, though.
Yeah, I actually was talking about that earlier.
They brought him in. I mean, he was only in it for a few seconds, but he looked sweet, and I'm not a big fan of Flash, but he looked awesome.
He looks, his his costume looks really sweet. I think the Justice League has a lot of promise to it if they don't fuck it up. This movie, and I assume what they did with Batman vs Superman, they just really focused on visuals and took away story. They just wanted to fucking sell action figures, I feel.
It's kind of like a Michael Bay movie where it's just, special effects and
big booms and
yeah, it wasn't anything, no real good choreography or storyline. Katana was cool.
She was cool, but she didn't have any backstory.
No, just her
takes the souls and yeah. That'd be a cool story by itself. But I like how DC is gritty. That's what they got going for them. This movie should have It had cussing and it had headshot shit like that, but then it started incorporating like family, friend shit like that. DC needs to stick with their gritty.
It started turning like a Marvel film.
Yeah, Marvel.
But they couldn't pull it off.
Yeah, for sure. Marvel has what they do. Marvel makes family movies with bright, fun graphics, and they sell a shit ton of tickets.
And if anyone cusses, Captain America's there to stop them.
Yeah, but we don't need a Captain America in DC. They should be playing out the cuss words.
But that's why I like the Batman trilogy with Christian Bale so much, just because of how dark it was. It was gritty. It wasn't all lights and flash and colors and all about the cool gear. It was a good story, and then the villains were awesome, which I have to say is way better than the villains that I've seen in Marvel movies. Marvel movies, the villains aren't all that captivating and cool. Ultron was just a robot, kind of a big punk.
Yeah, the acting for Ultron was pretty dope, but I didn't like the actual... He was just a CGI mess.
Yeah.
I mean, his mouth moved somehow, but he's supposed to be completely metal. That doesn't make sense. I just think they're wasting their time. They're trying to be too much... Literally, this movie is doing what Marvel did a decade ago. That Ben Affleck, at the very end, he's Samuel L. Jackson's character. He's putting together a team.
Yeah.
Literally.
The initial meetup with Iron Man, because Iron Man was the first Marvel movie where they did like the...
And they had a post-credit scene.
Yeah, the first post-credit scene.
This one did that same thing, hinting that they're going to continue doing this throughout the movies.
Yeah.
Like, it's already been done. We don't need this all long drawn out. There's a lot of money to make, but I don't think we really need it.
I just wish... I've had a conversation with someone, and Ethan and I were talking. We were saying that we think that they should have introduced the characters in a film, so Batman should have had like at least multiple of these characters as his villains, capturing and beating them, so that way they're actually introduced versus here's all the bad guys, make a movie.
I mean, yeah, for sure. And if they were going to introduce characters, like, it was cool that they did Deadshot and Harley. That was enough. It was like quick. It got us up to date with them. And
just those two, though.
Yeah, that's fine.
Everyone else was just like Slipknot. They didn't even tell you anything. As soon as he climbed out of the car, they're like, "This guy can climb buildings." That was it.
Yeah.
They didn't give any. I mean, he had a very short stint in the movie, anyways.
For sure. And the fans of Slipknot, they're gonna be pretty upset about what happened.
Yeah.
So I thought it was kind of funny what they did, but yeah, they rushed it too much.
I'm not a big fan of villains. I mean, other than the Joker for DC, and then for Marvel, I'm not a big fan of any of the villains except for obviously Venom and Carnage, just because they're Spider-Man and they're badass. You know, they look cool and they're scary and they don't care. But
hopefully they don't fuck that up again too.
Oh, that was so
Topher
bad.
Grace's fucking Venom was not that sweet.
No, he was tiny. Venom's like gigantic compared to Spider-Man.
We didn't know better back then. Those movies were so cool.
But no, this honestly, out of what I would rate this movie, I probably would have gave it maybe like a 60. I didn't think it was. I'm probably not gonna buy it. I may rent it and watch it again, but unless I go to Family Video and get it for $5, I'm not gonna buy it.
Yeah, I'll definitely buy it for $5 though.
Yeah.
I'll buy about anything for $5. That brings me back to butt plugs. They're only $5. You can get those at our website when we create one. But on a end note here, I agree with Alex. I'm gonna do like a C. I think about 6 out of 10 beards. Just get your shit together, guys. I mean, I'll pay to go see the movies. You know that already, you fucking assholes, because you already have all the characters. But build some story in there. Quit trying to be something you're not, and if you're making a multi-million-dollar movie, quit changing your mind at the last minute.
You may need to change your letter grade.
What?
A 60 is a D.
No, dude. I said a C and 6 out of 10 beards. 6 out of 10 beards. You carry the
It's got
you
a
carry
better
the
value
stash.
than your regular normal grade school.
Okay, I'm gonna give it a 6.5 out of 10 beards.
There you go. No, that's still D. 70 and above. 70,
Fuck it.
70
You know what,
80.
Suicide Squad? You had pissed me off. You get a D now. I'm not changing my mind. All right, guys.
Officially downgraded.
Thank you for stopping into Manscape. We're just doing a movie review today, and then hopefully soon we're going to have some more Manscape shit coming at you. If you guys have any questions about butt plugs, just holler at me. And if you guys want to shoot the shit, you know my Facebook. So see you later. And Alex, thank you for stopping by today.
You're welcome. Signing off.